Good morning. It is almost 7:30 in the morning. We've been on trail for about 30 minutes. Got an early start. We actually started out in the dark, stopped and filtered some water back there, and took off. So on our way up to Wyabald from here. I'm still on the Appalachian Trail. Once we get up to the top of Wyabald, we'll dissect away from the AT again and continue on down on the Bartram Trail. Pretty good night last night. It was very cool, very windy at the beginning of the night, but that settled down. Ready for a good day to get to town.
Pizza and beer. Of course, I don't drink beer. Give me a Pepsi.
Beer. That's the Wyabald observation tower right ahead of us. We are standing on the observation tower, and from what I'm reading from the map that's at the very tip top, this section right here should be Cherokee, North Carolina. This big knob right here should be Ravenbald, and that's the other observation tower down in the Georgia section of the Bartram Trail. It is about 20 after 1 in the evening. We still have, what was it, about 2.5 miles, I think, to get to Wallace Branch, which is where we start the road walk into Franklin. I think it's like another 2.5 to get to the hotel. So it's a little misleading as we were looking through the All Trails app at the elevation changes for the day, and we kind of just assumed that it was all going to be a lot of downhill, and it's not. This is uphill, downhill, like a little roller coaster. For about every, let's say if you went up 100 feet, you come down like 130 feet. Like you're getting like an extra third on the descent on most of the hills, but following a ridge line and just topping these knobs as we're going across the ridge line. And when you're coming down off of Wyabald, there's a spring there, and I would definitely recommend stopping there to collect water. Coming across the ridge, it's dry. We actually just stopped at Stecoah Gap. It's on the southern side of, I think it's called Wyabald, something along with Wilkesbald. And we got down there and we're like, oh no, it's almost dry. I mean, a trickle. Like I dug out a trench to be able to filter water from and collect it from there. And we each ponied up about, I don't know, a little over 700 right then and there, and then took another 700 for the hike out, which at the bottom there is Wallace Branch. There's a creek there that we can filter from before we get into town. So yeah, we were starting to get into a little bit of a water dilemma. One final waterfall before we get to town. This is our road walk. I think it's about 2.5 miles right now to the hotel, and I think technically the Bartram Trail Society doesn't even recommend that you do the road walk. I think it says somewhere in the guidebook that it's considered unsafe, which, I mean, you are walking beside the road. Anytime you walk beside the road, you run the risk of getting hit by a vehicle. But so far, it's better than any of the road walks we did on the Stecoah Trail.
Yeah. This is an easy one.
Yeah, we've got good shoulders and everything to get off on if somebody's coming down the road. So I have no qualms about finishing the road walk. It's the only thing that makes it a continuous footpath, and therefore that makes us want to complete it. That's what makes it feel like a complete trail to us. So back when we had decided to do the Bartram Trail in the Georgia sections and the North Carolina sections, we had both decided then, yes, we're going to do the road walk as well, because that's what feels complete to us. I'm drying that hiker laundry.